the game with a great bunt and score the winning run, and hopefully he can get off the schneid a little bit. I know he's gotten off to a slow start offensively, but I think it's there to go along with his defense. He's an exceptional defender, but I'd like to see his offense get going.
Maybe that at bat on Sunday will spark him today. Proud to be Oklahoma's flagship academic health system. That is OU Health. Let's introduce you to our umpires today, brought to you by the Cavens Crew. It's a good crew today. Sean Arthur at home plate calling the balls and strikes. Brandon Meisen at first. Mark Anthony Edwards at second. And Seth Buckminster is at third. Cavens Group. If you have a water emergency or mold issue at your home, give Cavens Group a call. 405-573-3048. Available 24 hours a day. Now, Oklahoma, as Jacob Golston continues his top of the first inning warm-up pitches, going with the crisp home whites. No pinstripes for this Tuesday game. And the double-colored hats, they got the crimson hats in the back. The front panel is white with the interlocking OU and crimson on the front. This is a slick, clean look, Rich. I like this uniform.
Yeah, all white's one of my favorites, but I like the white panel on the front with the crimson interlocking OU. Looks really good.
Texas Southern in the black pinstripes, jersey and pants. Black jerseys with the white pinstripes. And it says Tigers in script across the front. First pitch of the game is behind leadoff man Jesse Herrera for ball one. Herrera, the DH, left-handed hitter, a senior from San Antonio, New Mexico Junior College, who, as we mentioned in the lineup, has been hit 7 times already this year. And it's 2-0 the count. Golston's a big kid, 6'6" sophomore out of Flower Mound, Texas. The 2-0 pitch is a called strike, fastball at 92. Only 2 appearances last year for Jacob, and he walked 4 of the 5 batters that he faced, but seemed to get right over the summer. Strike 2 called. He went to the Appalachian League and was a league all-star. In his 7 starts, he had 36 strikeouts. Here's the 2-2, and again, he bounces that one behind Herrera, who can't be very comfortable right now.
Yeah, you get to the first pitch behind you and the 5th pitch behind you.
It's a full count to the Tigers' leadoff man. Golston into the windup, and the pitch is high and away, ball 4. So a leadoff walk. Today's game day weather is brought to you by News 9. I mean, come on, Rich, right? We might not have a better day all year.
No, it's amazing. Light winds, the ball's not going to fly. It's going to help it, but the temperature is perfect. This is great baseball weather.
79 right now with about a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind south-southeast. Bunt down the first base line. Golston fields and flips and got it to Talkie in time. So it's a sacrifice bunt for Hughes. And that moves Herrera to second base. First out in the inning.
And good job getting off the mound. That was a pretty good bunt up the line. Golston able to make the flip to Talkie. That's a nice play.
Jaden Jones now, one of the Tigers' best hitters here. He's a right-handed hitter, second baseman, grad student from Riverside, California. San Jacinto Junior College product, hitting .385, and he takes a breaking ball, or he waves at a breaking ball, strike 1. The first one of those we've seen from Golston, and that was a good-looking breaker. Runner at second with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just missed the inside corner that time.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good time to pitch for him for the next few innings with that shadow creeping out in front of the batter's box. It's tough when guys have good stuff to hit when it goes from light to dark.
A ball and a strike. Golston a check at second. Herrera well off the bag. The fastball's fouled out of play off to the right to make it 1-2. Shadows, as Rich mentioned, about 5 feet out in front of home plate. And will continue to move toward the infield over the next few innings. Just good to see the sun. The 1-2 inside on the breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, a little different than that first Friday night against Lehigh.
Different than every game they've played so far. It was frigid down in Round Rock, too. Sunday wasn't bad, but nothing like this. Here's the 2-2 to Jaden Jones. And it is just inside. He went back to the curveball and missed. Full count. Game day weather brought to you by News 9. I like those guys. Jason Walk in center field, shading Jones into right center. Christensen and right toward the line. Here's the payoff to Jones. Fastball, swing and a miss. He got him for out number 2. First strikeout for Jacob Golston.
Yeah, good to see him get going. He just blew that one by him.
Catcher Miguel Morales now. Junior out of Puerto Rico. Also a San Jacinto Junior College product. Hitting 167. He's got 4 runs batted in. And Golston's first pitch is a fastball high. Jacob Golston, out of high school, was ranked the number 9 right-handed pitcher in the state of Texas. He was drafted out of high school in the 17th round and decided to come to OU instead. The 1-0. Hot shot to second, but right at Branch on 2 hops. He throws him out. And Golston gives up a leadoff walk, but no damage done. We go to the bottom of the first. Sooners grabbing the bats for the first time. When we come back, no score. Today's broadcast brought to you by your OU Community Cornerstone partners of Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
I'm Mike Rowan. The last time I was back here in Oklahoma, I got
game hit streak to start the season. Jackson Willits bats second at shortstop. Batting third and left field is Trey Gamble, .438 batting average. Easton Carmichael is the cleanup hitter with a team-high 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. Sam Christensen in right field will hit 5th. Batting 6th, the Round Rock Classic MVP Kyle Branch at second base. Dayton Taki hits 7th. He's at first. Gavin Jones gets the start at DH today. He'll hit 8th. And batting 9th at third base, Dawson Willis. And the first pitch to Jason Walk misses the strike zone, ball 1. Impressive start to the season for Jay Walk as first and third base in on the grass, anticipating a potential bunt. He squares the bunt and takes it high for ball 2. Speedy switch hitter, hitting .400 early in the season. He's got 3 doubles. The 2-0, he shows bunt again, and this time takes a strike. Fastball at 85 there from Justin Mays. Walk bends his back, lays the bat almost on his back, swings and chops it to second base. Easy play for Jaden Jones there. And the Sooner leadoff man is retired 4-3. That'll bring Jackson Willits up. Oklahoma didn't have much going for it on Sunday against Virginia. They trailed 3-0 in the middle innings of that game when Jackson Willits homered. It was a notable home run. It's his second this season and the 12th of his young career, but it's the first time he's homered right-handed. The other 11 have all come on this side of the plate. He's batting left-handed here and takes a strike. And it jump-started the comeback, Rich.
Yeah, he's gotten off to a good start. You know, last year he started off slow, and then second half caught fire.
Fouled out of play, 0-2.
But he's solid defensively, and he's like you said, he's got a couple home runs already, and it's hitting the ball really well.
250 average, 2 homers, 5 driven in. In an 0-2 hole here with 1 out and nobody on. And the pitch from Mays is grounded to first base. Into field is Trejo. He flips to Mays covering for out number 2. A couple of ground balls to the right side here early on. Trey Gamble will bat with 2 outs and nobody on. University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners. Dos Equis, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Shakes Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut, HTO, Cup Bop, Coop Ale Works, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. Gamble looks at a fastball high. What a start for Trey Gamble, junior out of Alpine, Utah. Salt Lake Community College, hitting .438. The 1-0 is popped up foul. He has drawn 6 walks, and if you remember, Rich, in that opening doubleheader that you and I called together, those 2 games, they didn't get him out once.
Yeah, he was very impressive. We were talking about, he kind of reminds us of Bryce Madron.
2-1 the count. He's got a .600 on-base percentage right now, which is second only to Sam Christensen on the team. His is at .643. 2 balls and a strike to Gamble. The pitch, high ball 3. And those 2 guys are similar in what you were just saying. Gamble and Christensen, both left-handed hitters, both with very good eyes. They have combined to take 19 walks in the first 6 games between them. Here's the 3-1. Ripped down the right field line. It is foul. Not by much. Scared extra bases in the corner there, and that brings the count full. Pretty good crowd for a 4 o'clock start on a Tuesday. I think the Sooner fan base is excited about the start this team is off to, and excited about the 79-degree day today. Here's the 3-2 to Gamble, and he misses low. So now Gamble and Christensen have combined to draw 20 walks. We're in the first inning of Game 7, and Oklahoma's got their first base runner. And Easton Carmichael will stride to the plate. 3 homers and 10 batted in for Carmichael already this year. He's hitting .304. He was on the all-tournament team in Round Rock, and the first pitch to him slips out of the hand of Justin Mays and sails over the head of Easton Carmichael. That was a little frightening. Gamble 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts, and Mays, thinking along with me, throws that way. The Sooners have 16 stolen bases on the year, but only one of those came in Round Rock. They had 1 stolen base in that event. That's it. Here's the 1-0. It's outside. Which really is impressive, Rich, that they won all 3 games, because that's what you kind of associate with OU.
Yeah, aggressive base running, lots of stealing, but I'm assuming a lot of those pitchers were pretty quick to the plate with good catchers, so it makes it hard to go.
The Virginia dude on Sunday was unbelievable. 3-0 to Carmichael.
Unless you got speed like Walk, maybe a couple other guys outside of that, it's going to be tough when you got a guy that's like, a 1-2, 1-3 to the plate and a catcher with a 1-8 pop time.
3 balls and no strikes to Easton Carmichael. The pitch is high ball 4, and it's back-to-back 2-out walks. And a man in scoring position now for 5-hole hitter Sam Christensen. This is not the guy you want to be struggling to find the strike zone against.
Yeah, definitely not. 13 walks. And he's a big guy, too.
Yeah, he's listed at 6'1". He looks taller than that.
He does.
Out of Mesa, Arizona. His 13 walks leads the SEC. He's hitting .357. And the first pitch is outside.
Yeah, being from Mesa, he got his introduction to the cold.
Everybody glad to be wearing short sleeves today. And don't have those bank robber masks on they've been wearing all year so far. The 1-0, he swings and he pulls it foul off the front of the dugout that Texas Southern occupies down the first base line. A ball and a strike. We're in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Sooners have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Justin Mays, the Tigers right-hander, set at the belt. And the pitch misses high. Off speed, 2-1. Texas Southern's lone win so far this year came in the second game of the season. They beat Prairie View. They had a tough non-con last year, too, but really turned it on when SWAC play began. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to right. Got under it just a bit. Legendre in right looking into the sun, but it'll be the center fielder, Phillips, that takes it. Squeezes it in right center, and that'll end the inning. Sooners get a couple of base runners, but fail to push one across, and we head to the second. Still no score in Norman on this Tuesday afternoon. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has connected.
Play stay partners. Visit Norman, Cup Pop, Midway Deli, and Norman NCED. Go to Soonersports.com for more information. Thanks to all of you joining us today on SEC Network Plus and across the Sooner Radio Network. We head to the second inning with no score. Jacob Golston back on the mound. He'll start by facing the Texas Southern left fielder Evan Jubert. Junior from Lake Charles, Louisiana, takes a ball. He went to the same Division II school, LSU Eunice, that Dawson Willis came from. 1-0 is swung on and chopped foul off the foot of Jubert. Jubert leading the team with a .500 batting average. He's 8 for 16 with 3 doubles. He's homered twice, and he's driven in a team-high 6 runs. He's been their best hitter by far so far. The 1-1. Fastball chopped to shortstop. Charging Willits. Gloves and throws and got it. One away.
Good job by Willits coming to get that ball, getting a good short hop, setting his feet, and making a good throw to Taki.
Oklahoma's defense has been interesting so far. It's been bookends. The first game of the year, they had 2 errors, and then they ripped off 4 straight errorless games and were brilliant defensively. And then they had 3 errors Sunday against Virginia. First pitch fastball strike to Jonathan Trejo. So 5 errors on the year, which is still a low number. There are that's better than all but 3 teams in the SEC so far. Inside, that breaking ball almost hit Trejo. 1 ball, 1 strike. First baseman here, right-handed hitter, sophomore from Cypress, Texas. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Trejo hitting .250. This is just his 3rd start. Game 8 for the Tigers. Golston's 2-1 pitch to him is upstairs. The fastball, 3 balls and a strike. One out, nobody on. Flags blowing to left, and the pitch is grounded right back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field. And there's the first hit of the day. And not surprisingly for Texas Southern, it comes from Jonathan Trejo.
Yeah, good job. Just sitting on a fastball, his head in the count. Just drives it back up the middle. Let's see if we can get a ground ball double play.
7-hole hitter, Jaden Flores now, 3rd baseman. He's out of Pratt Junior College. Junior from the Dallas area. Another right-handed hitter. A runner at first with 1 out. And now home plate umpire Sean Arthur telling Jacob Golston to make sure the batter is set before you get ready to pitch on the mound. Here's the first offering to Flores, and it's a little low. The ball trickled away from Carmichael. And Trejo will advance. Sure if they'll score that a pass ball or a wild pitch.
Yeah, I don't know. He looked like he got quite a bit of glove on it. Just kind of got away from him.
Student section filling up nicely in left field today. Free of charge student section out there. Good to see all the students supporting the team today. Inside a ball, 2-0. Just one guy in section 405 right now, though.
He's got it all to himself.
Yeah, he's got it all to himself and right. Runner at second with 1 out. Here's the 2-0. Way high and inside. 3-0. Golston scuffling with command here a bit in the second. Has 1 walk, 1 strikeout so far, but he's down 3-0 to Jaden Flores. Needs a strike here, and he can't find it. And that ball deflects off the glove of Carmichael, potentially the mask of Sean Arthur.
Yeah, I think
and on to third goes Trejo.
I think he got part of him.
Second walk for Golston, and they're on the corners now with just one out. The first one that got by has been scored a wild pitch. We'll see what this one is. Golden opportunity here for the Tigers to strike first. 8-hole hitter Tyler Legendre, the right fielder, junior out of Beaumont, Texas. 375 average in limited action. Shows bunt, takes a good look at breaking ball for a strike. Legendre 3 for 8 on the year. The 0-1 shows bunt, does. It's a squeeze. Taki charges. He'll go to first where Branch was covering. The run scores. Legendre squeezes home the first run of the game, and it's 1-0 Texas Southern. And on to second goes Flores.
It's kind of a tough pitch to bunt. It looked like it was up a little bit, but he got it down and got the first baseman to field it.
First run batted into the year for Legendre. And now 9-hole hitter Kelton Phillips with 2 outs. He takes a fastball for a strike. Phillips, junior from Round Rock. We were just there, where the team was. Richland Community College. 100 batting average. He's 1 for 10 on the year. That one hit was an RBI double. Breaking ball drops in there beautifully for strike 2 called. Trying to bring down the curtain on the top of the second inning. The 0-2. Check swing on a pitch that didn't miss by much. Another bender just outside. It's 1-2. Those shadows now about halfway between home plate and the mound. Runner takes off for third. Golston steps off and throws that way, and not in time. The ball bounced to Dawson Willis. Nice job by Dawson keeping that ball in front of him. So it's a stolen base for Flores. That was gutsy. The 1-2. Breaking ball, line to second, but Branch makes the ankle-high catch to end the inning. Texas Southern gets a run. They squeezed it home. Tyler Legendre laid it down. And as we go to the second, Oklahoma playing from behind today, 1-0. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Their strength and family.
SLTs, that's huge savings. Drive the best, just 15 minutes west. Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, I-40 and Highway 81, exit 125 in El Reno, or Dorsey-JonesBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. See dealer for details.
Kyle Branch leading off the bottom of the second for OU, trailing by a run. First pitch to Branch is a fastball strike. For comprehensive coverage of college baseball and softball all season long, tune to Sirius XM SEC Radio 374. Ground ball, base hit into left field. And Kyle Branch has a 7-game hit streak to start his collegiate career.
Yeah, stay hot, young man.
You can get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/SEC Radio 2025. I'm sorry, Rich.
No, that's okay. It's a little breaking ball there. Just kind of hung up there, and he yanked it in the 5-hole. It's impressive for a young guy.
He makes it look simple at the plate and in the field. Here's Taki. Dayton Taki in the 7-hole, the first baseman today. First pitch to the big lefty is taken for a strike on the outer half. The junior from Fort Worth, Texas, Weatherford Junior College, 2 big hits off the bench against Virginia on Sunday. Taki hitting .267 on the year with that 1 homer, his first at-bat of the year. He sailed it over the left field wall. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 runs batted in for Taki. Branch a short lead at first, for now anyway. Here's the 1-1. Way outside, 2-1. Just 1 stolen base in 1 attempt for Kyle Branch. 1-0 Texas Southern leads it here in the bottom of the second. 2-1 is swung on and fouled back over the OU dugout. Leadoff man aboard. Gavin Jones on deck. 2-2 pitch coming to Taki. Instead, it's a throw to first. I asked Skip before the game, what other pitchers have you not seen yet that you'd like to see the next couple of days? He mentioned 3 specifically, other than Jacob Golston, the starter. First, the 2-2. High, ball 3. Jackson Kircher is a name he mentioned. He's a true freshman out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Bo Sampson was actually the first guy that he mentioned, a sophomore lefty, big 6'6" lefty, Salt Lake Community College product. And the other one was Mitch Haythorne. Here's the 3-2 to Taki, and that's way upstairs. And the first 2 are aboard in the Sooner second. Third walk issued by Justin Mays. Mitch Haythorne's another true freshman, a righty from Eaton, Colorado. This pitching staff just keeps going, Rich.
Yeah, it's really deep, and if they can get consistent, keep throwing strikes, the sky's the limit for this team.
This guy's a part of that pitching staff. Two-way player here. Gavin Jones, he's the DH today. He's a lefty when he hits and pitches. First pitch is outside. Jones was a part of the relief effort on Sunday on the mound. Gavin has made 2 relief appearances without allowing a run. At the plate, he's 1 for 1. This is his second at-bat. His 1 hit drove in 2 runs. Hot shot, base hit into left. Almost hit Kyle Branch. He'll get the windmill home. Taki headed for third. Throw to third. Taki is out. Run scores, and it's a 1-1 tie. And Taki up into the third baseman, Jaden Flores. But an RBI for Gavin Jones. And this game is tied.
Yeah, 2 for 2. That ball was hammered. Went the other way, just to the right of the shortstop. It wasn't far away from him, but he didn't have a chance to catch it.
It was an aggressive play by Dayton Taki. The base hit was to left field. With the play in front of him, he tried to get the third, but that's what OU does. They run the bases hard and try to make you make mistakes. Here's Dawson Willis now with 1 out. First pitch is low. Just a 190 batting average so far for Dawson, but he does have the 5 runs batted in, and he laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt Sunday. And his speed forced the throwaway that led to the game-winning run. And there's a base hit into left. Right through the 6-hole, Dawson Willis a clean single. And the first 4 have reached here in the Sooner second inning. Well, he was your player to watch today, Rich.
Yeah, hopefully he can get going. Like I said, he's elite defensively, and he can run. If he can just get the bat going a little bit, he's going to help this offense tremendously.
Jason Walk now back to the top of the order. 2 on, 1 out. Tie game 1-1. Walk shows bunt, pulls the bat back and takes it low and away. That looked like a changeup. Jason grounded out to second his first time up. The pitch. Popped it up foul. That'll get out of play. One ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Late swing. Got a piece and pulled it foul. To make it 1-2. Jones the runner at second. Willis the runner at first. Jason Walk trying to put the Sooners in front. Here's the pitch. Pulled to first. Fielded by Trejo. He goes to second for 1. No chance to turn the double play with Jason Walk running. And they're on the corners now with 2 outs. Good play by Jonathan Trejo, the Tiger first baseman. Inning still alive, though, for Jackson Willits. Sooners come into play today with the 6th best batting average in the SEC. That's out of 16 teams. Not everybody has played the same strength of schedule early in the year. I would say the Sooners have, with the Oregon State, Minnesota, and Virginia games, probably the tougher end of the strength of schedule so far in the league. Ball 1 to Willits. They're number 7. They have played 2 fewer games than most other SEC teams, too, which makes that number more impressive as May steps off on the mound. Most SEC teams have played 7 or 8 games already. OU just 6 after that midweek game against UTA was banged last week. Skip's still angry about that. The 1-0. Fly ball to left. That's got some carry. Back to the track. Jubert. He's at the wall. And it's gone! Jackson Willits' 3rd home run of the season. This a 3-run shot oppo. And it's 4-1 OU.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. He took that ball opposite field.
Jackson Willits tore it up second half of the season as a freshman, and he has started his sophomore campaign the same. That is now 3 home runs, 8 runs batted in for Jackson Willits. And the Sooners have put 4 on the board here in the second. Trey Gamble now with the bases cleared. He looks at a ball low. Oklahoma's 9th home run as a team. They have now homered in 6 of their 7 games. The 1-0. 2-0. The only game they did not hit a home run in was Minnesota. First game down in Round Rock. Gamble walked his first at bat, and he's on the cusp of doing it again. It's 3-0. And he walked him on 4 pitches. And that will draw a visit fun hitting a home run or making a great catch like that. And he said after he didn't really answer the question, but he said after he made that catch, he had a text from John Spikerman when he got back to his stuff after the game. And Spike basically told him, "You're good to take my spot out there now.
Nice.
You're officially."
Yeah. Here's the baton.
Yes, I'm officially granting you the center field. Breaking ball strike makes it 1-1 to Evan Joubert.
Yeah, this is a good defensive outfield also. You know, last year, obviously, with Madron, Pettis, and Spikerman, they caught a lot of balls, but I think these guys are going to cover just as much ground.
Outside, I think we expected, or at least I did, to see a little more of Deshaun Harris and Brandon Kane in the outfield, but Sooner Baseball brought to you by Oklahoma Career Tech, preparing Oklahomans to succeed in the workplace, in education, and in life. Visit poweredbyokcareertech.com to begin your career development journey today. Toby Rowland and Rich Hills back with you here in Norman. Game 1 of a 5-game Sooner homestand. And Oklahoma in front 7-1, bottom of the third. Dayton Taki leading off. He walked in that 7-run second, takes a ball outside. Rich, what do you think of Jacob Golston so far today? First line drive center field, it's dying, and it'll drop in for a base hit from Taki.
I think he's been pretty good. You know, a little inconsistent here and there, but his breaking ball's been really good the last few innings.
I don't think they want to put too much pressure on the young man, considering what he's been through the last year. But if Jacob Golston can be what he's capable of being, if he has, you know, gotten past the baseball monsters, Taki takes off. Throw down to second is not in time. He stole it. That was a close play. Second base umpire Mark Anthony Edwards said Taki got his hand in under the glove. Second stolen base for OU.
Yeah, like you're saying, if Golston can get going, he'd be great midweek starter and may work his way into the rotation if he gets consistent enough on Sunday.
Yeah. The 1-0 low. I mean, you got Witherspoon, Johnson, and at some point, Cade Crossland continues to stretch out. He's going to be a starter. And if Golston is legit, I mean, that is ridiculous depth.
Ooh.
Hammered into right. That's a base hit for Gavin Jones. They'll wave Taki. Nope, they're going to put up the stop sign. A good throw in from the right fielder, Legendre. And they're on the corners, and Gavin Jones is 3 for 3 on the year. 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, that's one of those ones you hit the ball on the screws, but you hit it too hard and don't get to pick up the RBI. He smoked that ball.
First and third, nobody out. Hit number 7 for OU. And Dawson Willis now, he singled his first time up. 9-hole hitter. And you can't blame the Sooners for feeling pretty good about themselves coming into play today. That was a fantastic weekend. Strike one. They were the buzz of college baseball. I'm a baseball geek, Rich. I listen to all the podcasts and read all the college baseball articles out there. Oklahoma, the toast of the town after a weekend sweep, including 2 top 10 victories.
And it's good. You know, the crowds will get better, you know, especially being the SEC. It's a great start. And, you know, like I said before, the sky's the limit if this staff can get going and the offense keeps going.
Here's the 0-1. Low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Willis. A 7-run second inning has put Oklahoma in front 7-1. And a chance to add to that lead right here. First and third, nobody out. The 1-1. Turned on that breaking ball and hit it hard, but on to the hill and foul territory down the left field line. Six 6-0 is Oklahoma's best start since 2019. They went 6-0 that year as well. If they could win today, it would be their best start in over a decade. Inside 2-2 to Willis. OU started the 2013 season 10-0. Of course, that was a super regional team that year. 2-2 pitch. Popped up foul right over our heads.
Yeah, talk about a good rotation. The Overton and Gray.
Yeah.
And Oberste had an unbelievable Big 12 tournament.
Whole season. He almost hit 400 for the year that year. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dawson Willis. And he pulls that to third. It is foul. Not by much. We told you about the Sooners hats in the field. If you're listening to us on the radio, they're going with the white batting helmets today. Clean head to toe here. The white batting helmets with the crimson bill and the crimson interlocking OU on the front. They go with the white jerseys. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. High ball 3. Willis starting to load the bases for the top of the order. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball. First strikeout for Justin Mays today, and there's 1 gone.
Had a pretty good at bat going to chase that one up.
Jason Walk will bat for the 3rd time in 3 innings now. He is 0 for 2. Did score a run last time up when he reached on a fielder's choice and came around. Taki at third, Jones at first. And the first pitch to Walk is low and away. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Next up for Texas Southern, they're going to be cautious, I would imagine, with their arms here in the midweek because they go to Grambling on the weekend, and that's a conference series. That's their first conference series. 1-1, high. Grambling, the preseason pick to win the SWAC. So Texas Southern's going to want to be at full strength for that. And then next Wednesday, the Tigers at Texas A&M. Oof. 2 balls and a strike to Jason Walk. The pitch is high and away.
I do like that Bluebell Stadium, though. That's nice.
Very nice. Sooners don't play the Aggies this year, but looking forward to going back there eventually in the next few years. 3-1 to the Sooner leadoff man. The pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Tailing fastball, and the count is full. Let's see what they do with Gavin Jones over there at first base here with just 1 out in the inning. Here's the 3-2. He's not running, and it's a fly ball deep into left field. Jubert chasing it back. It's over his head, and it's a 1-hop off the wall. Taki will score. Gavin Jones being waved home. Throw to the plate is not in time. 2-run double for Walk, and it's 9-1 Sooners. Jason Walk's 4th double of the year, and he picks up runs batted in number 4 and 5.
Yeah, he hit that ball well. For a second, I thought the left fielder Jubert had a beat on it, but that ball just kept going.
Hit number 8 for OU. It is their 3rd extra base hit of the 8. Jackson Willits has one of those, a 3-run homer last time up. He's 1 for 2. And the first pitch of this at-bat is a strike. Texas Southern won the SWAC West last year, but did not win the tournament, so they did not advance to the NCAA tournament. They went 18-6 in conference play. The 0-1, that's ripped into left field pretty deep. Joubert back, it's over his head again. Identical spot where Jason Walk hit it. And Jason Walk screams around second. He'll score into third. Willits, it's a triple. Well, he's halfway to the cycle, Rich, and he's taking care of the two hardest pieces. A triple and a homer for Jackson Willits.
Yeah, like you said, that was identical to Walk's hit. And just ran in. I didn't think he was going to go to third. He just ran in their face of the left fielder there. They weren't able to relay it to get him in time.
Jackson Willits, a 4 RBI day. That gives him now 9 on the year. Still only 1 out here in the third inning. Trey Gamble, who has walked twice. And he takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Sooners lead it 10-1. Fourth game in 7, OU has scored in double figures. All 4 of those games played here at Mitchell Park. The 0-1 is pulled to first. Nice play by Trejo. He'll flip to the pitcher, Mays covering. And Trejo is not going to get up for a while as a run scores to make it 11-1. Trejo fielded that ground ball that came up and caught him in the body. And we'll just leave it there.
Right. He almost wasn't even able to make the flip to the pitcher.
Yeah. The trainers are coming out, and he is saying, just leave me alone and give me some time here. RBI for Gamble on the 3-1 flip on the ground out. Scores Willits. 2 outs now in the inning. Sooners have a 10-run lead. Trey Gamble's 4th run batted into the year. And it looks like Trejo's going to be able to stay in the game anyway. I don't want to say he's going to be okay. He has been good at first base today, Rich. Been a diving catch to end last inning.
That catch going back on that foul ball was against Branch. That was a great play.
The 7th batter of the 3rd inning is Easton Carmichael. He has also walked twice today. And nobody on now. And the first pitch is a pop-up. High, shallow left field. Joubert, the left fielder's there, and the inning is over. The Sooners add 4 more. And as we head to the 4th, it's now 11-1 home team. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hey, it's Mike Steely here for Cavens Group. Has it ever happened to you? You get home
At Marriott.com/OKCNO. It's all Sooners here in Norman on this Tuesday. As we move to the 4th, still Jacob Golston on the mound. He's given up just 2 hits, struck out 3, walked 2. And his first pitch to Jonathan Trejo bounces up there for ball 1. Trejo singled and has scored the lone Tiger run today. 2-0. That was the 54th pitch for Jacob Golston today. 29 strikes. 2-0. Into center field, and Trejo is 2 for 2. Line drive single, 3rd hit of the day for the Tigers. Hey, Sooner fans in Dallas-Fort Worth. Oklahoma was supposed to play there last midweek in Globe Life Field. Didn't get a chance. Hopefully that game will be rescheduled, but they will be back next Tuesday night. First pitch strike to Jaden Flores at Dallas Baptist. I would encourage you, if you're a Sooner fan in the Metroplex, get your tickets. That place will probably be sold out. The 0-1, that's hammered down the left field line. Fair ball. Gamble can't keep it from the wall. Into third goes Trejo. He'll be stopped there. And it's a double for Flores. Tigers at second and third with nobody out. It's a small stadium at DBU, but it's very nice.
Very nice.
And Oklahoma has struggled there mightily through the years. And so I'm sure they would appreciate all the support they could get. The Dallas Baptist fans will pack it out. They got another really good team, a potential Omaha team this year down there. A scoring opportunity here for Texas Southern as Tyler Legendre takes a ball. Legendre squeezed home the first run of the game back in the second.
Yeah, the Sooners are basically giving it to him. Infield playing back.
2-0. Good play by Carmichael. That pitch was way outside and to his backhand, and he played it off the short hop and knocked it down. And that will induce a visit to the mound from Skip Johnson. First visit today. Skip was fired up, by the way, about that game at Globe Life Field being canceled. He has been since last Wednesday night. They canceled it, on Tuesday.
Right.
And they went ahead and had a couple of games at Globe Life on Tuesday, which was really the worst weather day. Wednesday was not that bad at all. In fact, all the kids went to school in Arlington, and the roads were fine. It was cold, but it was perfectly fine. And Skip was not happy that game got canceled. He's back in the dugout. Second and third, nobody out. 2-0 count to Legendre. The Texas Southern right fielder, and now it's 3-0. Sooner bullpen with some activity for the first time today as a right-hander begins to throw. The pitch, that's a strike. Reed Hensley, the right-hander up in the Sooner bullpen. 3 balls and a strike to Tyler Legendre, and he fouls that pitch back. And the count goes full. Shadow's no longer a problem for the hitter. They have basically covered the entire infield now. Not very much fun in right field or at second base right now, though. There's a base hit into left, and that'll score at least 1, probably 2. Trejo is home. Here comes Flores. He'll score. 2-run single for Tyler Legendre makes it 11-3. 3 straight hits to start the Tiger 4th inning.
Yeah, just getting ahead in the count, getting plus counts, sitting on fastballs and not missing them.
Kelton Phillips now 9-hole hitter. Center fielder grounds one up the middle. Willits has it. Flips to Branch at second. Throw to first, and you can ring it up. Nice play all around there, including Taki on the scoop at first. It's a 6-4-3 double play. Fourth double play the Sooners have turned.
Yeah, that was a good turn. Willits secures the ball, but I'm impressed with the hands of Branch. He got rid of that ball quick. But like you said, Taki made a good scoop on that play.
Taki is, and he has proven it through the first 7 games, a good fielding first baseman. That line drive foul went into the Texas Southern dugout, sent the Tigers scattering. Skip said in the preseason, you're not going to be able to tell by looking at this guy, but he has really soft hands and is a fantastic defender at first. And we've seen that early in the year.
Yeah, he's done well over there. He doesn't miss much. Like I say, just by looking at him, you wouldn't think he's as agile as he is.
Right. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-1 now to Herrera. Golston has walked Herrera and hit him. Herrera's been on twice. This is the leadoff man. 2 outs, nobody on now. Likely the last inning, I would think, for Jacob Golston. The 2-1 upstairs. Maybe not. We'll see. I have no idea, honestly. Maybe he would like to, if he could get an out here, maybe see if he could get him out there for the 5th and get him a win. He's at 68 pitches. 3-1. There's a strike, full count. He's had a ton of full counts today, though. Herrera in that left-hand batter's box awaiting the 3-2, and he walked him. And Herrera's aboard for the third time. Walk number 3 issued by Golston. And the inning continues now for the shortstop, Bryce Hughes. This is the 8th all-time matchup between these two programs on the diamond, and the Sooners are 7-0. Ground ball to short. Willits flips to Branch, and that'll end the inning. But the Tigers get a pair on a 2-run Tyler Legendre base hit. Bottom 4 we go. It's 11-3 OU here in Norman. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield. Transfer. I don't see a lot of pitchers, Rich, wearing 0.
Yeah, I don't think it's the first time for me.
So McClendon in as the Sooners lead at 11-3. Bottom of the 4th inning, and his first pitch to Sam Christensen is way wide. Ball 1. For McClendon, 3rd appearance of the year. First time he hasn't started a game. First time he's come out of the bullpen is a better way to say that. 2-0 the count. No record in his 2 starts. 7.11 ERA. He's gone 6 1/3 innings. Given up 12 hits and 5 runs. There's a strike, 2-1. Sam Christensen takes a strike, 2-2. Christensen, 3-run home run to right last time up. His first homer as a Sooner. He's 1 for 2 today. 2-2 pitch, left on left, just got a piece. You know, it's early. They've only faced one lefty starter, OU, but they faced several lefty relievers, and that's another thing that's been impressive about Christensen and Gamble and even Taki. They've hit lefties pretty well, and Mudler, we knew that about Mudler. 2-2 outside, full count.
Right, these guys, they get in good positions, and like I said, Christensen has a great eye, but all these guys get pitches to hit and they don't miss them.
Ball 4. Christensen draws his SEC leading 14th walk of the season. The flexibility that Skip Johnson and Reggie Willits have, both at the plate and on the mound. I mean, let's just talk bats here as Kyle Branch steps in. Gamble, lefty. Walk, switch hitter. Christensen, lefty. Mudler, lefty. Taki, lefty. Willits, switch hitter. Gavin Jones off the bench or in the starting lineup today, lefty. Branch takes a strike. So you get the point there. A plethora of weapons from both sides of the plate. And on the mound, more southpaws than I remember in recent history at their disposal. And pitch is high. Cam Johnson's a starter. Gavin Jones out of the bullpen from the left side. We saw Jaden Barfield on Sunday. Jamie hit as well. 1-1. Grounded to the right side. Kyle Branch keeps on raking. Second hit of the day, and Christensen's going all the way to third. And they're on the corners with nobody out.
Branch is impressive. I said it last at bat, but goodness, I mean, he's got a good approach and a good feel for what he's doing up there.
Cade Crossland is the other guy I left out. I don't know how I left him out. He's probably maybe their best left-handed pitcher, but the flexibility that gives you to play matchups, late in games, tremendous. First pitch a called strike to Taki. For the last few years, it seems like it's been Carter Campbell, and that's kind of it out of the bullpen anyway.
Yeah, consistently.
Yeah. Taki, a walk and a single in his 2 at-bats. Stole a base and scored last time up. Looking for a run batted in here. The 0-1. Late swing and a miss. Got a great doubleheader opportunity for OU fans tomorrow. Right across the parking lot for each other. Tell you about that in a second. The 0-2, way outside. Baseball plays here at 4 o'clock tomorrow against Texas Southern again. And basketball will tip off at 8 o'clock. Men's basketball tomorrow night against the Kentucky Wildcats at the Lloyd Noble Center. First time ever Big Blue Nation has visited Norman. 1-2, low and away. You can get tickets to both of those games if you would like to go to both games tomorrow for $20 total. 2 tickets to 2 games for $20 tomorrow. I'll get you to the baseball game and the basketball game. Take advantage of that deal on the website if you'd like. Foul ball out of play. Count remains 2-2 to Taki. Big basketball game, too, for Porter Moser's team tomorrow night. Coming off that nice win over Mississippi State Saturday. Runner goes from first. Pitch is popped up on the infield. Branch will have to retreat. Second baseman Jones has it for out number 1. Well, Golston is at 71 pitches, Rich, and I don't see anybody throwing in the pen.
Yeah, it looks like Hensley's sat down, so Skip's going to give him a chance to get out there and try to get through the 5th.
That would be great if they could get the young man a win. I'm sure that's the thinking. We got a pinch hitter now, Drew Dickerson. Just his second at-bat of the season. In his first, he drew a walk. Here's another very highly recruited young man. He's batting for Gavin Jones in the DH spot. Many thought Dickerson might go straight to pro ball out of high school, but he instead decided to come to OU, throw to first base. Freshman from Lee Summit, Missouri. First and third, 1 out. And the first pitch to Dickerson misses low and in. 6'4". I feel like everybody on this team is 6'4" to 6'7".
And if they're not,
Jason Walk.
And if they're not, they look like it.
Yeah.
From up here, anyway.
The 1-0. Fly ball hit well, right center field. Phillips chasing it. He won't get there. It's off the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes Branch. He'll be waved home, and Drew Dickerson is driven in 2. And the Sooners are up 10 again. It's 13-3. Now there you saw what all the fuss was about, Rich.
Yeah, that ball, like you said, cutting against the wind, still gets over the center fielder's head. And he's got some juice.
He was the number 3 overall prospect in the state of Missouri last year, Drew Dickerson. And he picks up his first 2 runs batted in as a Sooner. Dawson Willis now. 1 for 2. Strike called. The DH spot's been very good today for OU. Jones and Dickerson have combined to go 3 for 3 with 3 runs driven in so far. And Willis has another base hit. Dickerson's going to get waved home. Willis is going to go for second. Run scores. Willis is in there. And it's 14-3. That is the 12th hit today for Oklahoma. And the second for Dawson Willis.
Yeah, good job by Willis there, taking that extra base. I'm not sure what the left fielder Jubert was doing, but they were going to score easy on that base hit. That ball wasn't hit that hard. As an outfielder, you just got to come up and throw it to second base there.
4th at bat in 4 innings now for Jason Walk. Picked up a 2-run double last time up. He has scored a pair of runs today. He'll bat from the right side for the first time and looks at a ball. We'd like to thank our OU community outreach partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, OG&E, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. The 1-0, way inside. Sooners have hit a couple of home runs today. All Oklahoma home runs this year, brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. And a bluff throw to second base. 2 balls and no strikes to Jason Walk. Fouled out of play. Sooners have also turned a double play today. Every double play this year brought to you by Oklahoma Career Tech, preparing Oklahomans to succeed in the workplace, in education, and in life. Three runs in the fourth for the Sooners. Still batting, just 1 out. And it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count to Jason Walk. The dangerous Jackson Willits on deck. There's a strike, full count. Troy now leading Mississippi State 3-0 in Starkville in the top of the 5th inning. The payoff pitch to the Sooner leadoff man is ball 4. Walk is aboard on the 6th. Make it the 7th walk of the day issued by Texas Southern pitching. 2 on for Willits. Other SEC scores brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions. Kentucky pounding Evansville 16-3 in the 6th. Arkansas up big on Grambling 13-3 in the 6th. Tennessee has a 7-2 advantage over North Alabama in the 5th in Knoxville. Ole Miss up 6-4 on Southern Miss. Big rivalry game there in Oxford today. They're in the 4th inning. Willits is homered and tripled. Takes a strike. He's driven in 4. Missouri continues to trail Lindenwood. It's now 4-3 though in the 5th. Alabama up 16-3 on Jacksonville State in the 4th. Outside, Vanderbilt has a 4-2 advantage on Tennessee Tech. They're in the bottom of the 2nd in Nashville. And 5 other games yet to get underway, just about to start. Gardner-Webb at South Carolina and Florida at Stetson. And 6 o'clock starts for Samford at Auburn, Texas A&M hosting Texas State. And at 6:30, it'll be Texas and Incarnate Word in Austin. Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Runners at 1st and 2nd. The 2-1 to Jackson Willits. Ground ball to shortstop. Flip to 2nd for 1. The throw to 1st is in time. It's a double play. 6-4-3, and that'll end the inning. Oklahoma gets 3. And we move to the 5th. 14-3. Sooners in front in game 1 of a 5-game homestand. This is Sooner Baseball from Lear Pack, featuring a replica football jersey and VIP experiences all year long. Go to Soonersports.com/Kids Club to join today. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Texas Southern here in the 5th, and it is indeed Jacob Golston back to the mound. This is a very positive development for Oklahoma baseball today, although the first pitch of the 5th inning starts by Golston plunking Jaden Jones. Second battery's hit. The command hasn't been stellar today necessarily, Rich, but he's been able to navigate his way through it.
Yeah, and he's given up a few hits, but that's mainly because he's behind in the count. Guys are sitting on fastballs, but, he's been hit or miss, but when his breaking ball's been on today, he's been really good.
Ball 1 to Miguel Morales. You also have to know the backstory of the struggles last year for Golston to, I think, fully appreciate this outing today. It is great to see the young man on the mound, period. Being able to contribute like this is fantastic. Branch from shallow right throws out Morales for out number 1, and Jones advances. There are, you know this better than I do, Rich, there are many guys through the years that when the baseball monster gets a hold of you, that's it.
Yeah, it's hard to shake.
Can't back from it.
No, you even see it in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Steve Sachs, Chuck Knobloch. All of a sudden, those two second basemen that all of a sudden couldn't throw the ball 60 feet to first base.
Fastball strike to Evan Jubert. Rick Ankiel was never the same again.
Yeah. I saw him in Oklahoma City throw one halfway up the backstop.
Give this young man a ton of credit. He has done relentless work to get back to a day like today. There's a base hit into center field by Evan Jubert. That'll score Jones to make it 14-4. RBI for Jubert.
Like you're saying, once it gets in your head, it is tough. Your confidence gets shook. You throw 2 or 3 good ones and then 4 or 5 bad ones, and it's just up and down, up and down. But like you said, he's been fairly consistent today. Not too bad. It hasn't been real, awful or anything.
3 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's hit 2 batters. There's the good-looking curveball.
And then he comes back and does that. And he hit the first batter with a curveball that just got away from him.
Jonathan Trejo's 2 for 2, and he has scored twice. Wow, that buckled him right there.
Yeah.
Throw down to first base. It's 0-2, and that one had Trejo bailing. But it came back and hit the strike zone. Throw it to him again.
Might as well.
See if it goes to the hook again on 0-2. Oh, fastball grounded to short. Could work. Be 2. Flip to Branch for 1. Bring it up. 6-4-3. Second time today, and Jacob Golston is in line for his first collegiate victory. We are through 4.5. Double plays brought to you by Oklahoma Career Tech, preparing Oklahomans to succeed in the workplace, in education, and in life. Oklahoma in front 14-4. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Homeownership is closer than you think. FMPT is ready to turn your dream.
14 runs on 12 hits for Oklahoma, no errors. Texas Southern 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Gamble has walked twice and drove in a run on a ground out last time up. Left on left matchup. And the first pitch is outside a ball at 67. Same 2 teams tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Skip Johnson says it'll be Johnny Holstaff for OU tomorrow. I asked him who will start, and he said, ask me tomorrow or later tonight. Said we'll see who has to go today before deciding who starts tomorrow. Pitch misses inside, 2-0. A pretty good looking pitch there. Trey Gamble has already walked twice today. There's a strike. At start of day, just 17 undefeated college baseball teams remaining. That one's popped up, foul territory, and over the net. Oh, the catcher collided with the wall. Looks like he's okay. Miguel Morales. I'm in a ground ball to shortstop. I have to apologize. I got that number wrong. Throw to first base, retires Gamble. It was 17 as of Sunday. It's now 14. 14 undefeated baseball teams left. Stanford, Florida, VMI, North Carolina, Alabama, Yale, West Virginia, Kansas, Purdue, Tennessee, Murray State, Florida State, South Carolina, and Oklahoma. Easton Carmichael takes a ball. Again, a win today would give OU their best start in over a decade. 2013 is the last time they started 7-0. That year they went 10-0 to start the season. 2-0 to Carmichael. OU's put up 14 runs, Rich, and Easton's been pretty quiet today.
Yeah, but he's had some good swings. Just barely missed a couple pitches.
3-0. He has walked twice, so he has been productive. He's 0 for 1. And a strike is in there. 330 down the lines here at Mitchell Park. 385 to left and right. 410 to the power alleys. 400 straight away center. And there's ball 4. Easton Carmichael draws his 3rd free pass of the day.
Yeah, he tossed his bat down. He looked a little frustrated. Like he wanted to hit.
The on-base percentage is getting a boost today. Sam Christensen now, 3-run homer back in the second. He's also walked, scored a couple of times. To think along here, try to think along here, Rich. You can tell me if this is correct line of thinking or not. Throw to first. You got a couple of righty outfielders over there on the bench, and Harris and Kane, and you got a lefty on the mound. Is the thinking here with Gamble and Christensen, they let them get as much left on left practice as possible, because we're going to see a bunch more?
I would think so.
Down the line. Ball 1.
I would think so, but with their success, like we talked about earlier in the game, it's hard to pinch hit for a guy that's you know what I mean. I mean, those guys would probably deserve an at bat here or there, but you like to keep these guys going.
Outside, 2-0. Carmichael thought about taking off for second, but Morales found the ball pretty quickly. I would imagine, I'm just guessing, I would imagine we might see some of those guys tomorrow in the lineup.
Yeah.
Dennis having a hard time finding the strike zone. Christensen's not going to help him, and he blasts that ball down the right field line, and it one hops into the corner for extra bases. Carmichael going to be waved home. Christensen headed for third. Throw to the plate. He is out. Great relay by the Tigers. Morales applies the tag to Carmichael for out number 2 in the inning. And a triple for Christensen.
Good piece of hitting. He turned on that ball.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's good, solid relays. Perfect throw at the plate. Like I said before, I mean, that's what they do. They run the bases hard and make you make throws and make plays to get those outs.
Kyle Branch now 2 for 3. Takes a strike. How about this? Sam Christensen now leads the SEC in walks and triples. That's his second. But that's not happened very often. Ground ball to shortstop. Could have in the inning. Nope, it's dropped by Hughes. at 13, 12, and 11 in 3 games against Lehigh. 15 and 3-2. Popped him up on the infield. Flores at third, right on the foul line, now drifting into fair territory. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. The Sooners add 1, and we go to the 6th, 15-4. Oklahoma in front. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield. Foul, 6th inning. It's Reed Hensley, senior right-hander, wears number 42. He's out of Lufkin, Texas, Tyler Junior College. Hensley was the back end of that tandem no-hitter Oklahoma had last season. This year making his 2nd appearance. In his first, he went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. So the day is done for Jacob Golston. His final line, he goes 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Through 79 pitches, 46 strikes, and is in line for the victory today. Hensley's first pitch is a called strike. It is a good-looking start by my account, Rich, because you got to take the whole story into. Jacob Golston's back on the mound. He's got to feel pretty good about that effort today, and especially if he goes to sleep tonight with a 1-0 record.
Yeah, I think it was good. Just like we talked about last inning, he breaking ball got away from him a little bit, and then when he got it back, he settled back in there, and he was good. He wasn't too high or too low.
Willis at third, 1 out. It's a work in progress, but a lot of progress has been made.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's good to see him go 5.
Yeah. Tyler Legendre now with 3 runs batted in of the 4 scored today. Squeezed in a run in the 2nd, 2-run single in the 4th. Fastball strike at 92. Reed Hensley pitched for OU last year. If you are unfamiliar, good fastball. You just saw it right there. Absolute hammer of a curve. It is debilitating when he's on. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sooners lead it 15-4. We're in the 6th. Two and 1. Hensley was a big piece of the Oklahoma bullpen last year. Fouled back. Sooners have 2 home runs today. Sam Christensen, a 3-run homer. Jackson Willits, a 3-run homer. Both of those came in the 2nd inning. A 7-run 2nd inning. Here's the 2-2. There it is. Uncle Charlie. Good night. Strikeout number 1 for Reed Hensley.
Yeah, just froze him. You talk about that's a really good breaking ball. Good depth on it.
Two outs for Kelton Phillips. 0 for 2. And it's popped, bunted. Nice catch by one of the, I think that was Skip. Made the play off of the netting, the OU dugout. Old Skipper still got good hands. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning, Reed Hensley. Is slow and away. We haven't had one of those today, by the way, for either team. I probably just jinxed it, didn't I? A ball and a strike to the Texas Southern 9-hole hitter. popped up down the right field line. Christensen at first base now makes the play in foul territory. And the inning is over. And they go in order. Nice job, Reed Hensley. We march to the bottom of the 6th here in Norman. It's 15-4 Oklahoma. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield. Dogs, Coca-Cola, The Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Wonderful, and Boomerang Diner. 15-4, Sooners in front. New pitcher on for Texas Southern. Bottom of the 6th inning. It's a right-hander, Jose Lucioni. 5'11 freshman from Clear Lake, Texas. Second appearance for Lucioni. He was good in his first. Went 1 inning, gave up just 1 hit, no runs. Sporting the pink glove on the mound, Lucioni. He'll start by facing Drew Dickerson, then Dawson Willis, then the top of the order, Jason Walk. We are playing under a run rule today, which means 10-run lead after 7 ends the game. So Oklahoma will try to add some on here, and then Texas Southern's going to need at least 2 in the top of the 7th to keep this game alive. Dickerson's first at bat, last time up, 2-run double to the wall in right field, his first collegiate base hit. And he takes a first pitch strike. Same 2 teams, 4 o'clock tomorrow, 3:30 pregame on Sooner Radio. Chad McKee and Rich Hills on the call for that one. Oh, hit him in the helmet. Oh, looks like he's okay. They're going to come out and make sure. Dickerson going to get, I thought he was going to get escorted to first base, but it looks like he has convinced the training staff that he is okay. That's scary.
Yeah, that's never good.
Dawson Willis 2 for 3. Get that batting average up to 250 now. 6 runs batted in. 1 of those today. Crowd giving Lucioni a little bit of the business there after the pickoff attempt. You wouldn't think the Sooners would be running up 11 here. There's a strike.
They start picking off, they might.
Yeah, you might.
if you're gonna play it that way, you put the pedal back down.
High fly right center field. The Phillips, the center fielder, has it, and there's one away. And here's Desan Harris now. He'll pinch hit for Jason Walk in the leadoff spot.
Now batting for the Sooners, with center field number 17, Desan Harris.
286 average on the year. That's 2 for 7 for Harris. Jason Walk, another good day. Doubled home a couple of runs, scored twice himself, also drew a walk. He'll get the rest of this one off. 1 on, 1 out. It's gotten a little cooler now as the sun starts to head toward the horizon. Just past 6 o'clock. I'll take cool over frigid any day, though. This is perfectly fine. 1-0. Fouled off the front foot of number 17. Texas Southern has just broken ground, by the way, before the season started on a brand new baseball stadium. They have never had their own baseball stadium. Wow. Here's the 1-1 high. The university is building a baseball and softball complex simultaneously back to back. So they'll share facilities, concession stands and locker rooms and things, but it's going to be their very own. They have been playing at McGregor Park in Houston. Inside 3-1. It'll take the year, so they're not going to play there until next year, but the plan is to start the 2026 season in their very own ballpark. It'll seat just over 1,000 people. The 3-1 ripped into center field, dive, and it is dropped. It's a base hit. Good effort by Phillips, but he couldn't hang on. Third hit of the year for Desan Harris, and there's 2 on.
Yeah, those plays diving straight forward are tough. And it's a little bit easier if you have a little bit of an angle one way or the other, but those ones straight forward. Look like you got glove on and it's kind of rolled up underneath them.
Texas Southern is in Houston, by the way, if you didn't know that. So good for them. Things happening for Texas Southern baseball. And softball, for that matter. Mason Hamlin now will bat in Jackson Willis' spot. And he takes a ball. Mason Hamlin, Jr., Falcon, Colorado, transfer from UT Permian Basin. Second at bat, walked and scored in his first. Right-handed hitter takes a strike to make it 1-1. And get that eraser ready for the top of the 7th, Rich. We're going to have all kinds of changes.
And it looks like Kane's on deck.
Mm-hmm. A ball and a strike to Hamlin, and a pickoff attempt goes to second base. Jackson Willitz's day is done. He tripled, he homered, and he had 4 runs batted in. That'll work. That's a day's work right there. The 1-1 to Hamlin, just below the knees. Sooners trying to tack some on and make it a little harder in the top of the 7th for the Tigers. Slow grounder to third. Flores drops it, and everybody's safe. E5. And the bases are loaded. Second error in as many innings on the Tigers. And indeed, Brandon Kane will bat now.
Batting for the Sooners, number 9, Brandon Kane.
Exciting young man here. He's a junior from Mobile, Alabama, Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. 0 for 5 at the plate on the year. He has walked once and scored a run. This is Lorenzo's nephew. Takes a ball outside. Tremendous athlete. There was considerable thought that he might be in the opening day starting lineup. But the play of Gamble and Christensen has been hard to ignore so far. Woo. Way up and in. Opportunity, though, to pad some stats right here. Bases loaded, just 1 out. And a 2-0 count. Jose Lucioni set. And it's 2-1. Michael Robertson is the head coach at Texas Southern. He's in his 17th season. Strike called outside corner. Foul tip, but hung on to by Morales, and that's a strikeout. 2 gone. Just the second of the game for Texas Southern pitching. And Easton Carmichael will bat with the bases loaded now. He has walked 3 times today, Carmichael. He's 0 for 1. 15-4 Sooners in the 6th. Check swing, foul ball. If you want to know who's doing a whole lot for the state of Oklahoma, look no further than the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. From contributing billions to education, funding medical research, and supporting the arts, they are deeply invested in the well-being of our state. A ball and a strike to the Sooner backstop. Bases loaded for Carmichael. Fly ball. Right center field. Long run for Phillips, the center fielder, but he's there, and that'll end the inning. First time since the first, the Sooners have failed to score. We go to the 7th. Texas Southern needs 2 to keep this game alive. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield. Exclusively, Mathis Home and Devon Energy. We go to the top of the 7th. Run rule in effect. That means Texas Southern needs 2 here. Still facing Reed Hensley. And the Tigers will start by sending a pinch hitter to the plate. Jason Lazo. But I was a little surprised he wasn't in the lineup today. This guy has some of the best stats on the team this year. He's hit 2 of their 4 home runs. And the first pitch is a called strike. Correction, Lazo is 1 for 5 on the year. I was looking at the wrong line. Dayton Carlton is hitting .353 with 2 home runs, and we have not seen him today. Low, a ball and a strike. A gentleman who looks very much like me just entered the booth, but considerably older. All shadows now as the sun is about to dip below the horizon. Foul ball off the front foot of Lazo. All right, Rich, you got all the changes. We got, what do we got? Horton at first now. Still Branch at second. Dawson Willis has moved to shortstop. And Mason Hamlin has come into play third base. The 1-2 is pulled foul. Sooners have Kane in right, Harris in center, and Christian Hoffman has entered the game in left field. Still Carmichael behind the plate. Carmichael and Branch, the only 2 Sooners that are still in where they started the game anyway. Pulled foul. You got all that, Rich?
Working on it.
Okay. It's going to take it till this inning. The inning will be over by the time we get it all written down. Oklahoma knocking on the door of their best start since 2013. 3 outs away, potentially. The 1-2. Fouled off the other way. Sooners 7 in the second, 4 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth today. 15 runs, 14 hits, no errors. The 1-2 from Hensley to Lazo outside. I want to remind you of that doubleheader deal tomorrow. Baseball at 4, basketball at 8. You can see both games for $20 tomorrow. Total. Called strike 3. Got him with the hook. 1 out. Second strikeout for Hensley. I don't think he throws it enough, Rich.
No, I think you're right.
Killer pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, Skip knows better than me. I'm just saying, it's a killer pitch. Another pinch hitter here for the Tigers. This is Edmundo Alanis. And Edmundo takes a ball outside. Two for 10 on the year, Alanis. Waves at that breaking ball. He has walked twice. Hensley's faced 4 batters, retired them all. 2 by strikeout. That one looked pretty good. 2-1. There's a strike. 2-2. All games in the SEC, by the way, and all SEC schools' home games played under the run rule this season. I think I said last week all games this year played by run rule. If you're in an opposing park, let's say Dallas Baptist next Tuesday, swing and a miss, another strikeout. That's 3 of them for Hensley, and Oklahoma's 1 out away. Then you're playing by their rules, but that won't be the occasion too often. I guess they go to Oklahoma State, Oral Roberts. Some of these non-conference games on the road, you'll be playing by their rules. So there could potentially be a game there that doesn't have a run rule. But any game played at Mitchell Park and any SEC game this year, we are playing under a run rule, which means 10-run lead after 7, and we are in the 7th. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch misses high. Ryan Melendez, the 3rd consecutive pinch hitter this inning. We'll head down to the field for postgame interview with Skip Johnson and the Sooners at the conclusion of this one. At the end of the bat foul, it's 1-1. Grounded to third. This could do it. Hamlin gloves, throws, and it's win column Sooners. Game over. Oklahoma is 7-0. Their best start in 12 years. Final score today in Norman. Oklahoma 15 and Texas Southern 4. The postgame show is next. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hey guys, it's Chris Blank. Have you been involved in an auto accident? If so, it's time to contact the OKC Car Crash Clinic of Dr. Martin Lopez. He is a board-certified and fellowship MD with unparalleled training and experience. Dr. Lopez works with a great team of healthcare professionals and attorneys to help you achieve the best physical and financial recovery. Contact Dr. Lopez at 405-86-CRASH or at OKCCrash.com. And don't forget, listen every week to The Plank Show for the Impact Player of the Game, brought to you by Dr. Martin Lopez.
It's that time of year to get to the ballpark, and that's something to smile about. Craig and Straight Orthodontics wants to help you and your family every step of the way to a beautiful smile. Craig and Straight has 3 conveniently located offices in Norman, Mustang, and South Oklahoma City. Check out their website at craigandstraight.com or give them a call to schedule your free consultation. You'll soon be on your way to a smile that you have always wanted. At Craig and Straight Orthodontics, we want to see you smile, Oklahoma.
Hey Sooner fans, Kinsey Hansen here to tell you about my friends at the Affordable Door Company. Their fast, reliable, and professional staff have been serving the OKC Metro for over 28 years. Affordable Door Company is your one-stop shop for residential and commercial garage door service and replacement. Call them and tell them you want the ultimate maintenance for your garage door. You don't want to be stuck in your garage at game time, so give them a call at 405-635-9499 or visit them online at affordabledoor.net. You can't afford not to call Affordable Door Company, proud garage door sponsor of the Sooners.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor.